codes. They ain't never teach us about no black codes. That was in the 1800s. So we was already classified as black. And you look in all the dictionary, everything is bad as what? Black. Who made that? We ain't do that. You can't be no color. Are birds recognized as colors, or are they birds first?
Birds.
You're a bird first, and you may be a different color. You may fly a little faster. Your eyesight may be a little better. You may be able to pick up fish out of the water, but you're still a bird. Now we describe you as a bird with all these different qualities. But we're not doing that here. We're just accepting what people say to us. And that's why we have to start in the schools. We just spoke on the second in the school board about how do we have all these people of color in the school board, and nobody's talking about our education. No wonder everybody feels bad. You're only learning about white folks' history. Where is your history? You want to know why the children are acting up? They don't see themselves. And they don't see us helping them. Where are we as a community? And I said it the other day, I laid in my bed thinking this, where are the preachers at? In reference to coming to the school board and change this.
Talk about it. Yeah.
Where are the people at City Hall? They don't never come to those meetings. Where are the teachers at? They never come to the meetings unless it has something to do with their paycheck.
That's right.
They had a meeting about 3 months ago. The place was so full, we couldn't even get a seat. Soon as the teacher union spoke, everybody left. Now, don't they know our children is being miseducated? That they're coming out of school, they can't read? A principal told me that, but I saw it for myself in Mount Vernon. You know why they can't read? They don't know what phonics is. And where does phonics come from? When you look in the dictionary, they said phonics come from what? The Phoenicians. But if you notice the way they spell Phoenician and phonics is two different spellings. So you won't find it on the same page. So for some people it may not exist. But what is phonics? Phonics is the way we as human beings speak. I'll ask anybody in here, whatever your nationality is, and then I ask you to laugh. How would you laugh? You'll laugh phonetically. If you started to cry, you would cry phonetically. I don't care if you're German, black, Indian, Chinese, Mongolian, whatever you are, you have that same sound of cry. You have the same sound of laughter. That's why music is universal. But are we getting this in school? No, we're not. No. And all they're doing now is making it worse for the whole race. Nobody trusts nobody because the truth ain't being told. And because we're on the bottom half of that, when the brother was talking, we're on the bottom half of education. Trust me, they don't need no more educated people in America. So how did they do it? They dumb it down. You don't get phonics. There's no way you're going to learn how to spell if you don't get phonics. And you can't get it by saying A, B, C, D, E, F, G. What does that mean? It means nothing. Because words are spelled with sound. The letter itself, H, is spelled how? It sounds like H, but it's spelled H-A. All of those letters are spelled with an A sound in the back. Are they teaching the children that? They didn't teach me that. I came up miseducated, so I lean to more of education and culture. I want to find out what's going on. My grandmother was a girl. She died at 86 years old. I said, man, something fitting right with that. I had a father and a stepfather. They both went into the service and came out. They both came out as niggas. I said, that don't sound right. How you go fight for the country and you come home and they still treat you like you was a nigga? You ain't get no graduation whatsoever. So that sparked me to do a lot of reading and looking into the dictionary and studying, thanks to my son here, studying more about etymology, where words come from. Then now these pieces start to come together when you find out where a word comes from. When you look in the dictionary and it says M-E, well, most people don't know what M-E means in the dictionary because they don't know how to read it. It means Middle English. Okay, if it means Middle English, where did Middle English come from? And when did it come in? So when you go to the dictionary and look up Middle English, it'll tell you 1140 AD. That's what a girl was. They made girl and boy up in 1140 AD. Now, the funny part is that they said that the girl could be a girl or a boy. You look it up in the dictionary. And the boy doesn't say that. You know what? But it kind of makes sense, though, if you go with the fact that there used to be asexual beings, that one being had everything. And the only one can have that is the female. So that does make a little sense that I'm thinking of it now. But these are the things that are troubling me with our school system. And, I mean, professors. We had Dr. Biddy teaching people etymology, and it... Excuse me, I didn't hear you.
Okay, tell me again.
What's the New World College?
Okay, all right, I'm sorry, excuse me. My grandson said don't forget to mention the Webster's New World College Dictionary, which I was going to get to that. It's on that list that I gave you. That's the book that we were taught out by Dr. Biddy. It's one of the few dictionaries that tell you where the word comes from. It breaks it down into Sanskrit and all these different languages. Even when you look the entry word up, the entry word is one word. The etymological word is another word. So that's already a problem when you have two different things saying the same thing. So when you go all the way through, you realize that when you look up, I'll look here in a minute. It shows you that some words are French words, some words are Latin words, some were English, some were Spanish. They got different groupings, but nobody never taught me that in school. I'm just learning that. So now you say a French word, so all these names that you've been calling, they wasn't always like that. We studied the letters, and we found out that the J was not in existence before 1611. So for everybody who calling somebody named John and Jesus and Jacob and Joseph, that's not real. And if you stop for a minute and think, you look at all the ancient culture that you talked about. Was anybody named John?
Nope.
Nobody. Why would they change it? They need to change it to put themselves in. You see, so when you put yourself in, that means you put yourself out. That's like somebody bootlegging your CD.
Yeah.
You made a record and somebody else goes out there and bootlegs and sells it and cuts you out. But that's what's happening here. Nobody wants to say that these words came from Phoenicians. They'll say everything else, and at the back it says borrowed from the Phoenicians. Now, when anybody ever borrowed something from you, never gave it back?
Yes.
Never gave you the money? And you can't even prove that they borrowed it, because they might have stolen it, just tell the people that they borrowed it. So there's no evidence that they really borrowed anything. They took our stuff, burnt the books, and people pronouncing my name. I got this name, this title and attribute from our lawgiver, the Codes of Hammerahbi. That's where I got that from. Hammerahbi was born in 1840 BC. 1840 BC, I don't have enough copies, but you can pass this around. Just doing my research. 1840 BC is before Jesus, and it was before Moses as well. Like Martin Luther King was here, but he's gone. Somebody else got to take over. It doesn't mean he wasn't here, but guess what? The world still goes on. Somebody else has to carry that flag again. So we're not going back to find out where we connect that. They got us in a point where we say, well, I'm Indian. We accept Indian. You don't know how you got it or nothing. So my research has been that I want to research everything that's being said to me. I don't care if my mother, my grandfather, or whoever said, I want to research it. I want to do like the FBI do. You know how you get caught, right? They research everything all the way back to your great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmother. So they can find out what they need to find out. But that's what we need to do. And if you get at a stopping point, you can go to the census report. Because back in the day when I would get the census report, always at the door. Who's in here? How many children in here? Is the mother in here by herself? Because the welfare would say you can't be there. A man can't be there.